entitled to money damages.
Call 800-913-5451 for a free case evaluation.
Once again, good morning. It's 6:42 on this cold Tuesday morning, but a beautiful day. We welcome in Dr. Jeffrey Anderson, if I may say it that way, of ULM. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You know, you're a very nice guy. I've had a chance to visit with you and get to know you a little bit before we've gone on air here. So why are you talking about all these evil things this morning?
Well, a lot of people think voodoo and hoodoo are evil. Voodoo really is a religion. It's got gods, it's got ceremonies. It's a lot like Greek or Roman mythology more than it is anything else. So it's not really inherently evil.
Okay, so people think voodoo, they just automatically think Satan. Is that right or wrong?
They do. They think that, and it comes from a lot of writings from the late 1800s, early 20th century that try to depict it that way to get readers for books and articles.
Okay, all right. And I've even mentioned this morning, without thinking until I talked to you, Friday is Halloween, or All Hallows Eve. Now, what is that exactly, if you would give me some explanation about that?
Well, Halloween ultimately goes back to Celtic paganism, a festival, harvest festival. But when you have the Christian church move into places like Britain, Ireland, it takes on a Christian meaning. It's the day before All Hallows, All the Saints, and All Souls will be the November 2nd, the day after. People dress up to frighten away the evil spirits that are supposed to be coming out there before the saints come in to drive them away. They dress up to scare the evil spirits is where the costumes come from.
Okay, and we've got props here that we're going to talk about, but one more direction, if I may go. This conjures up, you know, envisions of Stonehenge and Druids and things like that, if you would address that for me. You know?
Well, Druids and Stonehenge, that goes back to the Celtic beliefs and really earlier. Stonehenge is before the Celts even came in to Europe, but it doesn't really connect so much with voodoo itself, but it's a type of polytheistic religion. A lot of people believe Stonehenge has to do with reading the stars when it comes down to it. It's part of their religion to tell the times, to set festivals, things like that. Okay,
so yeah, this guy's good. Yeah, this is getting into this, okay? And voodoo, if you want to cover that, and also hoodoo. There's actually something called hoodoo.
Yes. Hoodoo is related to voodoo. Voodoo is the religion. It's got the gods, it's got communal ceremonies. Hoodoo is the magic side to it. Hoodoo is connected with voodoo, it's a part of voodoo, but it can also operate outside of voodoo. Voodoo is pretty rare in the U.S. Hoodoo is everywhere.
Wow, that's scary. Literally. Yeah. And you don't know, this could be people walking around who look like just nice, everyday people, and they probably are, but they have these beliefs in there.
Yes. Hoodoo is very widespread. It is amoral, not to say immoral, but amoral. It doesn't have a moral value to it like a religion would. So some people will practice what we'd say evil magic, others will practice only good, most will practice a little of both, depending on what their clients ask for. It's a profession, and they make the formulas, make powders, whatever people ask for. I know that when I was writing a dissertation on the subject, getting my PhD, I walked into a store and asked, what would I need for a dissertation? They were able to tell me.
Wow, how about that?
Anything you need.
Okay, now some of the things that you have here, and it's sort of cumbersome with props in an interview like this. Tell us about some of the things you have here. You have some books, you have some displays, and please go through these for us.
Well, a couple of these books are just ones I wrote, but you have ones like this, the Master Book of Candle Burning, which is a how-to guide, how to burn candles to bring about magical results. No problem.
Okay. Because they're trying to get a shot of this, okay? And you see the word psalm there. So again, we're playing off on words here that have different meanings, don't they? Yeah.
Well, in this case, not that different meanings. Most people who practice hoodoo today would consider themselves Christians as well. And so this actually has psalms that they would read while burning a candle for magical results. There are quite a few books. Here's another just to play on that theme.
I'll let you hold that one, okay.
6th and 7th books of Moses. Supposedly some additional books written by Moses used in hoodoo today. Nothing you'll find in the Bible, but that's the idea behind it.
Wow, getting interesting, okay, here. So there's a lot of material to read. Then there are a lot of things to actually hold and touch here like you have here. This is a candle. You have some substance in a bottle here, if you would.
Yes, the bottled substance is one of my favorite. It's called A. Schwab's Love Drawing formula, I believe it is. Love Drawing Oil, I should say. The candle is a spellbreaker candle. If you do get an evil hoodoo put on you, that candle can take it off. At least that's the belief behind it.
Okay, then. So some of this, people may just pass off as hogwash, but, you know, what about the substance to it? Have you had any study on that?
A lot of people say it works. I've done a lot of interviews with, say, shop owners who sell the candles, who sell things like the graveyard dirt, and they tell me almost across the board that they have had personal experiences and it worked. I have not tried it myself. I don't practice it. I just research on it.
This is graveyard dirt. Okay, that's what you mentioned there. And also this begs the question, is voodoo and or hoodoo going on in Northeast Louisiana, in our area right now, you think?
It is. I have not been to a hoodoo shop here in Monroe, where we're sitting today. There are numerous ones around. I understand there are a couple of shops in Monroe that I've just not been to. There are some in Shreveport. There are some in Vicksburg over Mississippi. There are quite a few of them around.
Very quickly, we got 30 seconds left. Now here's the infamous chicken foot. What's the significance of this?
It's a charm for protection. It comes from back in the days. People used to believe chickens would dig up evil charms. And so today, you can go buy a foot like that in New Orleans to protect you from evil spirits.
All right then. Dr. Jeffrey Anderson, we could go on and on about this. Just very quickly, in 10 seconds, is there any harm in all of this as far as you can see?
I think it matters a lot on what you believe about it. If you believe it can harm you, it can harm you. If you believe it can help you, it can help you.
Well, we appreciate your most inquisitive insight about this morning, the voodoo and hoodoo, and thanks. Come back again sometime.
All right, thanks.
All right. We've got more coming up and check on the weather.
Only $18,995. Sparks, Nissan, and Kia.
Have you come across financial troubles lately? Thinking of filing for bankruptcy? At the law office of Sam Henry,